Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Getting to Know You, the Owners Club exclusive podcast. Real quick before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below. Give Jas a like. Today, our featured guest is Jas Kailey. Hi, Jas.
Hi, Kathie. How are you?
Tell us about yourself. Who is Jas Kailey?
I am located in Fresno, California, and I've always grown up here. My parents actually they had moved here the year I was born and got their first business here. So ever since then, we've just been kind of planted here. I'd say mostly due to just now our network being here, but also our small business is keeping us here. That's kind of leading into my background. I'm more on the business side than real estate, coming just from where my family was and kind of the things I saw growing up. And then went to college, got my finance degree, got my MBA, and then got a banking job as a SBA loan underwriter. So then it just kind of continued even as I grew up into helping small business owners get their first or second business or just help them expand through SBA loans. And fast forward to today where I'm no longer working in banking and just helping owners club members, sub 2 members, and just other people in my network with business underwriting, which I did at my that W-2, and also try to educate people on SBA loans as well.
What type of businesses do you own?
So our family's been in gas stations since 95. So it's been quite a long time. So we're in the process of another acquisition right now. And we may be going through, I think we're going right back into the market for another one right after this. So, and that one will be a little bit more personal. That one, I think it's going to be try to do it without the parents, try to do the next one completely, like 100% myself. So gas station industry is pretty big. And then we recently, in the last few years, also got into farming. So for anybody that knows, the Fresno area and Central Valley, ag is pretty big here. So it took us a little bit of time, but we actually like fully entered in. So we have some almond orchards around us. So we also farm.
That's really cool. Tell me your inspiration for joining Owners Club.
Oh man, it was impulsive. Like this wasn't planned. So I joined Gator at the kind of towards the end of last year. And I was just trying to blend my commercial banking background with trying to do, some personal lending. I thought it was such a great idea. And I always tell people I'm the worst Gator ever because I never did a Gator deal. I like totally spun that into more just helping people on the business side. Because as I was telling people my value add was all the business stuff, then I got very busy on that side. And then I went to Squad Up with Daniel Lee, another Owners Club member who also wasn't in Owners Club at the time. And he's a lot more active on the real estate side. He's done some creative business acquisitions as well. And now we're actually going together trying to find businesses. But I'm going off on a tangent. So me and Daniel actually went to Squad Up, and he kept talking about it. It's like, man, this Owners Club, like people talk about it. He knew some people in there, and they're like, it's so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I go, that's great. I just joined Gator. I'm still trying to figure it out. I do have my business side kind of going on, but I had no intention at all to join. And then when Pace got up there and explained Owners Club, I fast forward 30 minutes and I'm just sitting, I'm in line. It went from just asking questions to actually signing up, and it's honestly been such an amazing experience so far. Just I think a lot of it's just like mentality, being in room with high performers, being in rooms where I can speak their language, and also just our conversations are just kind of on another level. It's so impactful. And I can go on and on, but Owners Club has been amazing. It was probably the best impulsive decision I've ever done. Usually they turn out bad, right? But I think this one seems to be paying off.
Well, you're poised really well. Being business acquisitions and Owners Club, I mean, it is so much more than just real estate, right? As
It is. It is.
you've,
Yeah, even in Monterey, I actually was trying to network with intention, and I was really focusing on meeting other people who are in the business acquisition space who, there's a lot of pain points you all feel. And it's just like with everybody. If you're in co-living and then you talk to other co-living, you have very similar experiences. So trying to feed off of each other and trying to find solutions together. So it's the same thing on the business side. There's some, there's parallels we all kind of face. and pain points we're all facing, and to really talk it out with other people in the space. It was awesome. And yeah, there's a decent amount of people in Owners Club who are, you know, focusing on businesses only, or just kind of have that in their buy box as well.
You bring up a really good point. Many people are here because they're in real estate. However, doing a co-living, you need to know how to be a really good business owner. And it's like when a dentist or a doctor, a chiropractor, they go to school to learn their trade. My daughter is a chiropractor here in
Okay.
Nashville. And then she got to step into the role of being a business owner because she opened her own practice. It's
Yeah.
really different doing real estate thinking, oh, I'm going to buy all these houses. Well, that's a skill that you get to develop is now being a business owner. So yeah, like I said, you're poised really well in this room to help a lot of people. So we're
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad that I can help people. It's something that one thing I didn't mention for just a little bit, and I was just from a little bit before I got into banking, I was a teacher. So I just kind of developed this that I don't even know how I would explain it, but like I can explain things very well. And I just enjoy teaching anything that I know. Just that's kind of where I really love to have these conversations with others. But then I also try to ask the questions kind of back. And yeah, just kind of going back, that this owners club is just, there's so much information and just other types of value that come from it. But yeah, real estate, business, a lot of people, or I would say actually a lot of very similar things you face. So I was in Airbnb before. Funny enough, I'm trying to get out of that that one. But like I learned so much. Like you have teams, you have your housekeepers, or you have your handyman, you have to have good customer service. There's so much. I mean, there's still the bookkeeping involved. There's so much other stuff that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business. I mean, real estate investing is truly a business. So I see a lot of people, within Owners Club, Sub Two, and just people in general, just even outside of our community, they've tackled real estate and they're kind of looking for another thing, and they kind of hear businesses, and a lot of people are trying to make that leap. So just trying to help people make that leap is really what I'm focusing on.
You touched on that you are currently working on a gas station acquisition and that you're
Yes.
potentially going to do one on your own coming up.
Yes.
That I would like to know what your top three picks are for income generating businesses.
Okay. Just in any industry?
Your favorite.
I think and this comes from my experience in working in SBA and just seeing I've literally underwritten hundreds of deals. And you get one type of business that falls on your desk, and you've seen it over and over again. Let's use gas stations as an example. In years past, it used to be very easy to find a cash flowing gas station. I'm talking about even after your debt service and everything, you get to take home quite a bit. And then fast forward to 23, 24, I started seeing a shift of where it no longer was the case where most gas stations were cash flowing. Those margins started to compress, and it just didn't have. So then it started going more on a case by case situation. So just in general, I think it's tough. I think every industry is difficult, but this is what I also like to tell people. It's like, look at so many deals. Don't just have this mindset that something you heard something bad about this industry. Like, you can find a deal. And I think this is the same thing like real estate. Like, you can find a deal even if somebody's saying like this might not make sense. We're talking generality, just general stuff. Like, you can still make things work. So a lot of, like, I do like gas stations. I wouldn't say it's because it's income only. I think it's hard to find something that cash flows just in business right now. It's a very tough market. Um, and this is where I'm trying to network with other owners club members, trying to figure out, like, let's try to find some off market deals together. But on market, it's tough. There's so many other things to look at in business. So I like, well, cash flow definitely my number one go to. Like, if it doesn't cash flow, I don't want to look at it. So not to take anything away from cash flow. Cash flow is definitely my number one. But there's also a lot of tax benefits and write-offs and other types of things that start coming in. I mean, way beyond what you could even imagine in real estate. So I'll give you a little thing about gas stations is there's a ton of write-offs if you're buying the real estate, like a ton. So just the tax savings alone, if you're a high W-2 earner or just make a lot of income in general, even from your real estate deals, the tax savings in itself could be six figures worth of net savings a year. Obviously, the depreciations don't last a lifetime, but you can really squeeze out. You can be net positive in many other ways. So that's one reason why I am also looking at gas stations specifically. All the write-offs you can get with that.
Are there any besides gas stations that,
Mhm.
so you're saying as long as it's cash flowing, yes, but are there other industries that that you've even looked at and thought, well, maybe I'll own that one day?
Yeah. I'll give you the one that most people are knowing me by now, and it's funny. So I think I'm going to be known as this person. In Monterey, some of the people that know me, I really like. I have this dream of owning a Baskin Robbins, and it's so funny. Just to be like that, like that's in your buy box. I have like a family friend who just is like killing it right now, and has touched multiple food franchises over many different years and has finally found the one, right? Like that aligns with his interests and his lifestyle, and Baskin Robbins is one. So I'm gonna put that on the side. I'm gonna say specifically the only specific, like I don't know how more specific I can get, is if there's a Baskin Robbins in California, somebody can find it for me off market. And if it's in Central Valley, on top of that, I'll pay a good finder's fee. So if somebody can do that for me, call me. But other than that, definitely gas stations, Central Valley based only, just because I want to be in operations on that side. Uh, Families here, everything here. Other than that, me and Daniel Lee, the other owners club member I mentioned, we are looking for blue collar service based companies that are location wise. We're a little bit more open. So preferably Central Valley, California, where I'm at, or Orange County, California, where he's at. Even open to some other markets. Phoenix, we've developed some good relationship with owners club members in Phoenix, where we'd actually be open to partnering if something works. Same thing with Dallas. We have a little bit of presence in Dallas, so maybe those markets. But yeah, service based, just like everybody else is looking, that would be really good. Blue collar, I just say because I think it's less likely to be replaced by AI.
Very good. So mostly sticking to West Coast, a little bit Arizona and Dallas specific, not all
Yeah,
over Texas.
yeah, Dallas specific. Look, if there's an operator in place and there's other details, and I don't want to go through the whole long list, but we can make something work nationwide. But there would just have to be some, yeah, operators in place and other things that would make us investors feel comfortable overall.
Yeah. And so we know how someone can bring value to you now. Bring you a
Yeah,
Baskin Robbins.
yeah, please, please. It's funny. I like just next time we all meet in Phoenix, I hope to be known as a guy looking for a Baskin Robbins, and then when we all meet in January, I hope to be the guy that owns a Baskin Robbins.
Awesome. Yeah. Just like the candy store lady, right? You'll be the
Yep,
Baskin
just like
Robbins
Tracy.
guy.
Yeah.
What's your
One day.
favorite, what's your favorite flavor?
No, don't ask me that. This is I'm the most boring person when it comes to that. I just went on my honeymoon to Italy and I'm always getting vanilla gelato. Like that was just me. I'm the most boring when it comes to flavors. So I'm a vanilla or cookies and cream. I don't really go beyond that.
I love it. I actually am a huge fan of vanilla as well, so that
Okay.
resonates with me.
Okay,
Although
perfect.
I will say I have a childhood memory of daiquiri ice at
Okay.
Baskin Robbins, and it's
Okay.
seasonal. You can't always get it.
I think like half of them changed because they have like 31 flavors. So they're just constantly going. But I'm like, vanilla's on the menu, cookies and cream's always there. So I'm always good no matter when I walk in.
It's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. I believe I read on your Blink card that you take one-on-one appointments.
I've been helping Owners Club members and again other people. So my one-on-ones. First of all, if anybody just wants to network and learn more, like please reach out. That's just in general. Love to help, love to give value in any way I can. But for people who are actively looking and a little bit more serious and have deals on their desk, if you want to work one-on-one with me to do underwriting, and again, this stems back from my SBA days. I've looked across a bunch of different industries. I can break down business financial statements. It's my specialty. So I really want to make sure that people are buying like truly cash flowing businesses and not just what a broker tells you, because that's never the truth. And also for people looking for SBA loans that want to help, just kind of, it's a painful process and I try to make it, as painless as possible. So I try to help prepare, set expectations, and try to actually pre-package your file for you. So when you go to a lender, everything is nice and done, and try to, just increase everybody's chances of getting an SBA loan.
That's a huge value add.
Yeah.
Huge. What
Yeah.
a great service to provide, especially for
Yeah.
Owners Club. All
Yeah.
everybody out there buying businesses this year.
Yeah. No, let's make it happen. I want Owners Club members anywhere and everywhere to start buying. I think it's such a great place to be buying businesses, and I don't need to spend a lot of time on that. I think we all kind of see some benefit there. So want to help
Yeah,
anybody.
absolutely. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Jas. Please leave a comment below, like this video, give Jas some love, reach out to him. I will put his link in the show notes so that you can book your one-on-one with him or hand deliver that Baskin Robbins
Please
to
do.
him. Yes. Thank you. Have a great one.
Thank you.